Oh, oh my goodness. I was out too late last night. I went to a Big Bad Voodoo Daddy show. You know, it's interesting. Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, they play like swing music. And I thought, I definitely recognized the name of the band. And I thought I was like, oh, I'm going to look up some of their songs. And I was sure I would recognize some of their songs. I didn't recognize a single one of their songs. And apparently, I was remembering some other swing band from like the early 2000s when swing got popular for a minute. Like, who sings Zoot Suit Riot? Is that Big Bad Voodoo Daddy?
No, that's the Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
That's the Cherry Poppin' Daddies. Okay? So every swing song I can think of off the top of my head, or even if I look up a list of, and I'm like, oh yeah, I recognize that one, it's not by Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. I have to say though, it was a hell of a good show. They put on a hell of a good show. It was great. I don't know why swing doesn't, swing is so good. Like, a swing band is so just energetic. And like, just horn solos, man. Horn solos, right? I don't know why swing isn't just constantly popular.
What's the difference between swing and ska in this situation?
Ska has like reggae influence. Now, I'm far from the guy to ask, but as long as I'm here and you asked me, ska has reggae influences, right?
Okay, I don't know enough about it.
So swing's going to go like, and ska's going to go like,
Fair enough.
ska's going to hit the upstroke. They both have horns.
The reason I know Zoot Suit Riot is because we played it for our halftime show when I was in high school band.
What year?
2006.
Early 2000s. Swing.
Yeah.
Yep. Ska and swing. Is ska played with a swung beat? I think ska is played with a straight beat with accented upbeats. And swing is played with a swung beat. I don't know. Mick Mucus says reggae came from ska. I did not know that. I seriously didn't know that. Reggae is like ska, but you've smoked too much and you slow down.
Quick Google says ska came to Jamaica in the 50s that later morphed into reggae. Interesting.
Didn't know that. Did not know that. Yeah. Anyway, like I said, I'm not the guy to ask. But like, if you played me two songs and you said which one is ska and which one is swing, I could 100% tell you. Anyway. Anyway, I had a good time. Let's see here. Reggae accents the 3 instead of the 1. What did you play, Blunty?
Trombone.
Ooh, a man of taste. Very nice.
Yeah, it's a real instrument where you have to move to the exact spot. You don't get to hit a button and then have a tuning slide.
Yeah, no, trombone. Massive respect for trombonists. I was in marching band. I played, and who wants to guess what instrument I played in marching band? Let's see what the chat says. We'll wait for the chat. I'm not going to give it away. I was in marching band in high school, though. I marched.
I have two. Yeah, once they guess, I'm going to guess.
People are guessing flute. I should make a poll. I'm going to make a poll. Ask a question. What instrument did
so far,
Jake
nobody has. Oh, there's one.
In marching band? Okay. So, like, how many options can I have? I can only have 4 options? Okay, that's pointless. That's pointless. I'm not going to do that. The triangle. Shut up. Sousaphone. No. The skin flute. Blunty, what's your guess?
Okay, my first guess would be trumpet.
Okay, so first of all, how dare you accuse me of being egotistical enough to be a trumpet player? Actually, you didn't know me in high school. Actually, it's fair of you to guess trumpet today, but trumpet players are all like popular alpha males. I was not that.
How many trumpet players does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
It's only one, but they just hold the light bulb and the world revolves around them.
Yeah. No, the brass section was like, they were like the front and center. They were the lead guitar soloist of a rock band, you know. Oh, everyone can hear us all the time. We are the brass. We are going to play the melody, and you guys can all play the supporting notes. Yes, we're the brass players. I wasn't like that. I wasn't cool enough to be a brass player, a trumpet player. So what's your second guess?
It would be percussion.
Interesting. No, and again,
like
for a similar reason.
Or something.
So, so I couldn't play the toms, Blunty, is what you're saying. I would just be like, doom, doom, because I'm a loser. Not like, you're right. You would be right. If I were percussion, I would have been on the bass drum. You're 100% right. It was not percussion. Once again, percussion in the marching band, well, the way I remember it, is that percussionists were also kind of stuck up and full of themselves because the whole band wouldn't be able to play without us. And mostly like the snares and the tom players, you know, but they had a little bit more of a quirky vibe than the trumpets, who were all like chads. Neither of those is correct, though. I played the alto saxophone. I was a saxophonist.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
Sax would have been number 3. I was moving towards the people who I would not have hung out with, like in a line.
Who? Yeah, because the trombonists got to hang out with the trumpets because they're a brass instrument.
Yes, and we also always hung out with the drum line because we used to do play stuff with our cadences, or we used to do like move bitch and stuff like in the stands while we were at state, you know, stuff like that. And then the next would be the saxophones, because the saxophones would kind of hang out with us sometimes, and then moves into the woodwinds. So. Yeah, exactly. The saxophones kind of bridge the gap between woodwinds and brass because we're a metal instrument, but we have a reed. But somehow I always ended up getting lumped in with the clarinets. Don't get me started with clarinets. Oh, clarinets. Oh. Me. Oh, everyone can definitely hear me. I hung out with a clarinet player, but that's because in the summertime he played bass guitar in the marching band. But then he would play clarinet.
You know a male clarinet player?
Yes.
Interesting.
One.
Anyway, yeah, I played saxophone. I asked my parents. So I was like, I heard like saxophone. My parents were like, hey, it's, you know, you can be in band this year. What instrument do you want to play? Pick an instrument. And I was like, I had been listening to like rock music with saxophones in it. You know, like I don't know what I was listening to. From like the 60s, 70s, 80s, especially like the 80s. Like 80s got really soulful with the saxophones. I wasn't really big into like 50s rock, but and I was like, saxophones, man, saxophones, hot. I still feel like a saxophone, so like a sax solo. I saw Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, and they were like, all the horns were going to take a turn having a solo, and the trumpet came up and was like, blah, 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 and I was like, fuck you, get out of here, Mr. Trumpet Player. And the saxophone came up, and I was like, hell yeah. So I told my parents I wanted to play saxophone. First of all, they got me an alto sax, when everybody knows tenor is like that's the saxophone you want to be playing. They got me an alto sax, which, okay. And then I went to marching band, and I didn't get to play any cool solos. Should have been in jazz band. We didn't have a jazz band. So.
Was it nice to hold the sax, though? Because you get the strap, and then you don't have to hold up.
It's true.
Like, yeah. I hated holding up my trombone the whole time. You're just pointing it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. My arm got so tired.
But of all the brass players, trombonists are the coolest. Trombonists, I thought were like my stereotype of a trombonist is that he's like a quirky, funny guy. Like nobody said I want to play trombone because I want to get all the chicks, but trombonists do get all the chicks. That's the secret. You don't have to cop to that. I know the truth. Trombonists are cool dudes. Anyway,
it makes you have an ear, but it also made me lazy because I don't know. I feel like you start to get used to what you're playing, and then you don't care about the fundamentals because you're already doing more than most people are to play their instrument. Like everybody else is learning button combinations, and then so I don't know. I'm like already hearing the note every time I play it and having to think about intonation, and I don't know. There's a lot more you're doing. It feels like on a trombone.
And then you're like, you guys, I'm already working twice as hard as you. I have nothing to prove.
Yeah. Like third position's cool to hit your hand on the thing, but it doesn't work. And then you go up, and then you have a different position for every key and everything.
Yeah. Oh God, I didn't even think about that.
Because it's not quite the same, especially if your armature's not perfect, right? So like if you're in third position here, but if you go up a scale, then you're up a little bit on the 3, or you're down a little bit on the 3, or if it's cold outside and your horn's warming up as you're playing.
Oh God.
Like that.
Yeah. So you're just constantly adjusting the intonation in real time. Well, it's no different. It's no different than a fretless instrument like a violin, though. In some ways.
Yes.
It's the same thing. You just hit the note, and then you very quickly hear that you're out of intonation, and you fix it. So how hard could it be?